Hello everybody. In this video I'm going to work on this custom Volkswagen. I just picked this up from my friends over at Past and Present Collectibles and I was really excited about it. I'm going to go ahead and do it now. I had a couple other cars that I wanted to work on, but this one jumped to the front of the line. I really like it. It does need some help though. I hope when I get it apart that the sunroof is in there someplace, but yes, early model one. The custom Volkswagen was made between 68 and 71, so this is the US version. So let me get a chance to drill it out and we'll see what we got. Okay, I went ahead and drilled out the posts, and I'll get around to tapping this. I'll tap it with a 172 screw and see what, I believe these posts are really small. Oh boy. And probably didn't drill it out all the way. Boom. Get it? Got most of it. Alright. Well, the base has a little bit of paint on it. It's not in too bad a shape. Definitely get these wheels changed out though. Looks like the interior has some of that kid paint on there. Oh, here's the engine. Engine has some paint on it. So we'll get that cleared off and get it polished up and tapped out. And here's our casting. Whoop, let me finish getting the interior out for us. Well. Well, unfortunately, I've got some paint on the interior. What did they paint this with? Fingernail polish or what? No, because inside here it has a metallic look to it, but on the outside it does not. So I don't know what they did. But I have to get that in some cleaner, super clean. And now if I can figure out how to get this windshield out. Does look like the sunroof is in there, but it is broke, it looks like. And well, the rest of it's broke now, so yay for me. Guess I'll have to look into getting a new window for this poor little car. So I can't figure out how to drop her out of here. Darn. There we go. Yeah, she's a little brittle, very brittle. Did have a few cracks in it that I didn't notice when I picked it up, but yeah, I was really hoping everything was going to be in there anyway. So I guess I'll just have to get a new window to put in it. Hopefully that won't be too big of a deal. And here's our casting. Get it into some citrus strip, get the paint off of her, we'll get her polished up. Okay, I couldn't leave well enough alone, and I wanted to straighten out that little dent that was in the top. And I used my punch and I put a sucker stick between the punch and the casting, and my punch went through the sucker stick and through the roof of the casting. So I wasn't sure what to do. My son tried to solder it, but that didn't do anything. So I have a plan. Plan B, we'll see what happens here. Use some JB weld, and I'm going to fill in the hole and try to zinc plate it. Well, I forgot to hit the record button, but here, got the JB weld on here. And I get it a chance to dry up here, and we'll get it cleaned off, and hopefully I can get it cleaned up enough so I can get it electroplated. Alright, now that this JB weld's dried up, let's get some sanding on it, try to smooth it out a little bit. Alright, let me buff these scratches out now. Okay, well, I know what you're going to say. You can't electroplate over JB weld because it's not conductive. However, I'm going to try a little science experiment here, and I know JB weld's not, but graphite is. So, I'm hoping that if I get graphite on it, we will see how it works. Don't know if the different materials will collect faster, if it will collect at all, but we'll give it a shot. Okay, I believe I'm all ready for the electroplating. Now, I got this idea from Uncle Polly on Diecast Graveyard. Just using a D-cell, and got it electrical taped to the battery, and this is a solution of vinegar and Epsom salt, and I dissolved a zinc diode into it, or anode, sorry, anode, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. I don't have a bubbler, so I'm gonna have to stir it as we go. So it may blink and blink out, blink in, blink out. We'll see how it goes, but hopefully this works. It appears it's working. So, put some steel wool on here, get it smoothed out, and we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna have to do it a couple times, I'm sure, but I think it's gonna work. Well, it appears it's working. So throw some steel wool on here and get it smoothed out, and we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I really have to do it a couple times, I'm sure, but I think it's going to work. Okay, well, I run this through the electroplating a few times, and it's pretty much covered up. Still see a little bit there. Don't know how well it's shown up, but I'm not real scientific, so I don't know what exactly it's called, but the transfer rate is a little different from the zinc to the graphite. So if I kept doing it, maybe I'd get it completely gone, but I think this will work for now. I'm going to go back and paint it the Spectra Flame red, so I think the dark color will pretty much hide it. If it don't, then it's on me. But it looks better than a hole, or the dent that was in it. So alright, let me get this thing cleaned up and polished up. Well, now that I got all my electroplating stuff put away, let me hit this real quick with a Scotch-Brite pad and see if I can't even it out a little bit. Okay, well, it's got some roughness to it still, but that was all part of the casting, and I'd really like to clean that up, but I think I'm just going to leave it. I mean, that's the way it was. Yeah, so I guess that's just how it's going to be. So I'm not going to worry about it too much. So let me get some polish on it. Okay, I got my flits here. Get some on the car and see how well we can polish this thing up. Wasn't good. Alright, let me get this upstairs and clean it off and get it ready for paint. Alright, let's get our paint mixed up and get this thing painted. I'm using the red from the Redline shop and the hardener from the Redline shop. No, 4-to-1 mixture. Alright, let's go get this thing painted. Alright, now that we got our base all cleaned up, let's polish it up with some flits. Get a little bit on the motor here too. Maybe I'll spread this around a little bit before I start getting all excited here. Alright, I think that'll do it. Go up and get these things degreased and we'll get these wheels switched out. Okay, let's change these wheels out. Got our two mediums for the back and our two small for the front. And try to see if I can't pop these off first, just to see if I can save any of them. Oh yeah. Beautiful. Ooh. Excellent. Ooh. Always got to be one. All right. All right. Okay, here's all our parts. Got the engine all polished up. So I think it'll look good in there. Cleaned up the interior, soap and water and toothbrush. It cleaned up really nice. Here's our windshield from Second Chance Red Lines. I just took it out of the bag, so hopefully it fits all right. And got our base all polished up. Our wheels, got a medium on the back and smalls on the front from Bright Vision. And then our casting here, I like the way it turned out. Yeah, I should have took a wire brush and cleaned up inside here a little bit from where I electroplated it. I'm hoping that there's no problems with the windows fitting in with the JB weld in there, but I didn't realize I forgot to do that the wire brushing after the electroplating until I started spraying, and I wasn't going to stop then, so I just finished spraying it off. And yeah, my headlights might be a little bright also, but you know, it's my car, I'm not getting rid of it. So give me a couple minutes, I'll get this together and see what the finished looks like. So if you remember, this is what we started with. You know, she's pretty rough, been kid painted, and the wheels are pretty worn, the glass is pretty dirty, there's paint on it. So I hope you like what we did with it. Well, here's our finished custom Volkswagen. Yeah, I love the way it turned out. It looks great, way better than the kid painted version that I had picked up. I said I got this from my friends at Past and Present Collectibles, and the paint is the Spectre Flame paint from the Redline shop. The wheels are from Bright Vision, and the windshield is from Second Chance Redlines. And it turned out great. I wish I hadn't poked a hole in it, but I think I got a good solution. I don't believe I haven't seen anybody else doing it, so if anybody needs to use that little trick, they're welcome to. It works pretty good. Yeah, so I hope you guys liked it. Yeah, like or subscribe, tell your friends. If you know anybody else that has a problem of how to electroplate something that's not conductive, yeah, let them know about the video. So yeah, hope you guys liked the video, and hope you like my little car. So till next time.